Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
What a Friday it's been. It started on the quiet side, but a cold front tracking through the state, bringing colder temperatures, snow showers to the mountains, which you're going to see in this time-lapse video from Park City. Ooh, come on through quick, and then valley rain. We also had very strong winds on the eastern side of the state, so it's been a mixed bag in the weather world today. Our winter weather advisories are in effect and hold until midnight tomorrow. They were expanded this evening to include the Central Mountains, Wasatch Plateau, and Book Cliffs. The Wasatch Mountains, Western Uintas, and Wasatch back already underneath that. We had that posted, but it just means accumulating snow is on the way. Spring snow that's going to stack up and really remind us of winter. As we look at the satellite radar, it shows the cold front moving from west to east. We saw this throughout the day with showers ahead of that valley rain showers. We get a secondary front heading into tonight. We had gusty winds on the eastern side of the state, and that secondary front brings another push of moisture. UDOT putting a travel advisory calling for road snow and slush for the Wasatch Back, northeastern Utah, and Wasatch Plateau. Also knew the winds were going to be gusty on I-80. Those relax into tonight. Logan Canyon, Cottonwood Canyons looking at heavy road snow and the potential for slush near I-70, so a heads up there. It is going to be a really interesting weekend. We saw highs and lows this week when it came to the weather world, but this storm will bring impacts for your Saturday. Those travel impacts kind of telling the story. Look at the winds in Blanding. The winds were the big ticket item along the Wasatch Front yesterday, but those high winds focused on southeastern and eastern Utah. This is blowing dust in the background, not a surprise. High wind warning for much of the day. As we look at the highest wind speeds, big numbers coming out of Vernal and Blanding. Look at Moab and Price getting a 55-mile-per-hour gust. Even Milford and Cedar City, some strong gusty winds ahead of the cold front. Moisture and colder air moving in with the front, and those will be the impacts that we see for our weekend as we run below average. Rain mixing with snow on the Bountiful Bench this evening. Temperatures peaked early when it came to daytime highs, 64 for the high, but that was this morning ahead of the front with gusty winds. For the evening, we've stayed in the 40s, 70 in Moab, 75 in Green River. Those strong winds cranking with mild temperatures. 60 was the high in St. George. Getting into the overnight, we have dropped into the 30s with mixed precipitation expected in our valleys. We could see snow mixing in with some rain for the overnight. Along the Wasatch Front, snow showers for the overnight with those temperatures above freezing, but evaporative cooling allows for that snow to fall. Futurecast shows that secondary front. Here we are by 9 p.m. Cache Valley into Davis County, even Tooele County, getting that moisture. Our mountains get hit hard there. Northwest flow behind this front. That means the chance of some showers sticking around for the overnight and colder air making its presence known. Models haven't been great on initializing the moisture, but we know that scattered showers are expected for your Saturday, not just in the mountains, but we could see some rain or mixed precipitation popping up for your Saturday. As we make it through the day, secondary little trailing disturbance into Sunday. So I go isolated showers. It's a slight chance, but it's there. Let's talk snow totals, 8 to 14 inches in the northern mountains. And it's April. Hello, what's going on? It's a strong storm. Central Mountains at 5 to 10. Cottonwoods could go 10 to 16. The Ogden Valley, because of the secondary front, could be on the higher end here. Morgan County, Summit County, lower end for our mountain valleys. Maybe 1 to 4 on the benches. Valleys could go rain, but if cold enough air shows up, they could get up to 3. Tonight, temperatures dropping below freezing in Logan, Nephi 34 in Salt Lake, 20s and 30s on the eastern side of the state, 35 in St. George. 40s for tomorrow, about 15 to 20 degrees below average. As we take a look at the next 7 days in St. George, you see a slight chance. You know, Monday is the partial eclipse. It's a total eclipse for the East Coast and central United States, but we get a partial eclipse, and that's going to be pretty cool, giving you that heads up for the Mighty 5, because that will be the best chance to catch that eclipse as you look at the percents expected. Cloud cover could hamper that. So a heads up there. Wasatch Front takes some time to get back to average as we look at those 40s for the next 2 days with scattered showers expected for your Saturday, isolated potential on Sunday. But we do get some 60s and 70s. They're right around the corner. Just takes a week to get there. What a storm. You've been forewarned. Back over to the desk.